It's been just about a year since the group Make Myrtle Beach Free, Clean, and Safe started. We started with less than 24 people, and it has evolved into 7,500. And it started over one issue. The group wouldn't even have existed if the current city council in Myrtle Beach did not try and drive a wedge between the whole region and the city. We asked them to rethink their attitude on parking, and basically we got shot down and shot down again, and then we went to the county and they were not able to help. So we realized that it's a bigger problem. The bigger problem is that the city thinks of itself as an insular, secular group away from the region, even though you get somebody like Mary Jeffco at a special city council meeting saying, people want to move here. This is one of the fastest growing SMSAs in the country. And yes, Ms. Jeffco, it is. However, the city of Myrtle Beach is only 7% of this SMSA. It's 3 counties and 450,000 people. The city's about 30,000. The 420,000 people you don't want on your beach that you said to our high school students, we don't even have to listen to you. That attitude makes the people in the region say, why is Myrtle Beach like that? And you look at all the growth in Horry County, Georgetown County, and Brunswick County. It's because they're acting as a region and the city is acting by itself. And we realize that part of the other problem is that the city is just chasing dollars. The budget for the Chamber of Commerce is the driving thing, and the decisions get made that affect those dollars, not that affect the people. So it's time for change, and we realized we had to go from a group of Horry County residents. We had to include a lot of city residents, and we have plenty of city residents who all say the same thing. I'm tired of the way my city is being run. And we have included a bunch of tourists who have said, we're not coming to Myrtle Beach. We're going to North Myrtle Beach. We're going to Daytona Beach. We're not coming to Myrtle Beach. So changes have to be made, and we embraced that, and people embraced our group, and that's how we grew from 20 people to almost 7,500.
Rich, why do you think the group has been so successful?
Because our goals and our mission is simple and pure. It's to make the region better. Everybody has to work together, and that's why we've been so successful. We have not advertised $1. We have not spent money. It's all viral because people believe in what we're doing, which is getting it the best for the region. What's good for the region is good for the city. What's good for the region is good for the city.
Okay, so Rich, where do you see the group going?
Well, right now we're focused completely on making changes so that we have in the city council, so that we have transparency with the Chamber of Commerce, transparency with the DRC, that we have safe water, that we have safety on the beach and around the beach, and that the county is welcome in the city. Then we realize that there's other steps. We have now a opening in the legislative district, District 56. We're going to have to address that. And then we're going to have to address a county council that is still could be part of that cronyism. We have to end cronyism. That's where I see this going.
And as far as your group, you've been called a protest group and by some people who are currently in power. How do you see your group?
No one has personally called me a protester because we are not a protest group. I'm not a protester. What we're doing is just helping create some change that is needed. You know, if you talk about protests, back in February, we had an event on the beach that a lot of the media wanted to call protest. We were cleaning the beach because it was the last day we could be on the beach. We don't protest. Our biggest disappointment that it is a public group, 7,500 people, and sometimes you get people making unfounded attacks and unfounded charges against other members or other people that really shouldn't be on our group, but it's a public group. So there's nothing we can do about it.
As I see it, you guys have invested in the area and bought homes, businesses, livelihoods. Don't you, or do you believe it's your right and your duty to speak up about your environment and your community?
What's important is that this is a region. The region has to be successful, but we're only as strong as our weakest link. And right now, the weakest link is the city of Myrtle Beach. We have to make it stronger. You've got a lot of people who were born here, a lot of people who have born here and came back here. You have a lot of people who have moved here. Mary Jeffcoat said it's a fast-growing SMSA. It is, because people want to live in the Myrtle Beach area, but the city of Myrtle Beach is dragging it down. You've got people here who have made their life's investment in homes here. They want to make this a great place to live, and it is a very good place to live, but it could be so much better if the city didn't drag the whole region down.
Do you have a favored candidate or candidates for this fall's election?
Absolutely not. What is happening is we developed a questionnaire of about 12 to 14 questions that every candidate has asked us for, and they're going to answer it, and then we're going to make our decision based on what's best for the region. Let's all just work together for a better Myrtle Beach SMSA, and the city has to start realizing that it's a region. That city cannot survive without the other 420,000 people. And if the city isn't on board with the region is weaker. We've got a fantastic place here. We can make it so much better if we get rid of the politics of money.